Hello, my lovely Pisces. It's Maggie the Irish Gypsy, bringing you your February 2025 general reading. We're looking at the first half of February for the water sign of Pisces. I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you resonate with this reading or with the reading style, and you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can click on the description of this video to see my contact information there as well. I would love to hear from you. I can usually get back to you within 24 hours with more information. I do offer lots of different types of readings, all areas of life, different types, lengths, styles, costs, spreads. There's a little something in there for everyone. The 6 and 12-month overviews are still pretty popular right now, and I am quite diligent about the timely scheduling of personal readings, so if you're interested, please email me. All right, moving right along, Pisces, let's see what the first half of February 2025 looks like for you. What is coming in for our Pisces? First half of February, we have the Six of Cups, blast from the past, the Two of Wands, decisions that need to be made, and the Hermit, going within to make those decisions. Primary focus, or where the energy is focused, we have the Emperor. I feel like for a lot of you, this is another person. And advice and guidance from Spirit is the Four of Swords, taking a step back. Something from the past, someone or something from the past, or something that someone or something that you have a lot of history with. There's a decision that needs to be made. It's probably a difficult decision, but it feels like it's one you already know. And there might be some indication here for some of you. Sometimes the Hermit can represent seeking out someone whose advice, experience, opinion, wisdom you admire to get some guidance and feedback from as well. This is about kind of taking a step back from the noise and minutia of the world to kind of go within, which also goes along with the advice and guidance of the Four of Swords, which is about taking a step back, a temporary step back for a time to rest, to recuperate, to gain a different insight. Above all, not get involved just yet. This is about taking a step back. Let's take a look at this Emperor for the overall energy, or the primary focus. The Emperor, again, might be in Aries. The King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This looks like somebody with a very forceful personality, probably determined, probably stubborn, could be an older person or even a father or father figure, which could be a romantic partner, a friend, an actual father, a boss, somebody who's probably likes things their ways. They might be demanding or controlling, kind of dominant energy here. The Ten of Wands, there's a lot of heaviness around this person. Feeling overwhelmed. There's something about the connection that you have with this person. It's like you just feel tired. You just feel overwhelmed, kind of burdened, feeling like something has to kind of come to an end here or change in some way. For some of you, this might represent somebody close to you who's feeling this way, for whom you're closely connected to. But for most of you, there's this sense of heaviness, of feeling overwhelmed, like you don't want to deal with whatever issues it is, this connection you have with this person. It feels like they're too much my way or the highway. It's my way or no way. Let's take a look at the Six of Cups. It's quite clear from the Two of Wands and the Hermit that now is not the time to make the decision, but the time to go within and think about what decision you need to make. Because it feels like to have the Ten of Wands and the Four of Swords in one reading kind of points to a level of exhaustion. Let's take a look at that Six of Cups, which is primarily a card associated with the past or the history we have with people, places, situations. The connection of history, whether we like it or not, it's the weight of, that history that connects us. Eight of Swords, Nine of Wands, the Devil. You almost feel like there isn't anything you can do about this connection, like you can't walk away from it, you can't, because of, I don't know, there's this sense here about feeling helpless. You're not, but there's this sense of feeling helpless or feeling like a victim, or as with the Eight of Swords, well, I can't, I've gotten myself into this situation and I've spent so much time and effort in this situation that I'm kind of stuck, and to try and change it or to remove myself from it in some way, the external challenges would be too great, too difficult to overcome, so I'm stuck. It's almost like this victim mentality here. You're not, though, because Swords is governed by the element of air, which governs this, how we think, our belief systems, right? Ideologies. That's what's keeping you trapped here. The Nine of Wands, I just got to keep going and going and going. The Devil, circular, endless conflict, habits. The Devil can sometimes too, here it doesn't represent, any other signs. In this reading, the Devil is, this false narrative, maybe by the other person and by ourselves as well, that we need this thing because we can't make it without this thing or this person or this situation or this drug or whatever. Therefore, you have to stay connected to this thing because you need this thing. When in fact you don't. This thing is just keeping you stuck in a cycle of fear and doubt and insecurity. But you feel like the weight of the history, the time you've spent there, the effort you put into there, that you're stuck. You can't change it, but you can. That's the false negative. That's the toxic negative that's saying you need this thing. I mean, that's why the Devil card sometimes shows up for toxic relationships, addictions, bad habits or patterns. There's a temptation in the Devil, right? It's this thing that is not really good for us, but there's something we get out of it, so we keep returning to. We keep telling ourselves we need to, right? And it's the history. But there's this saying that just came into my mind, when you, I think somebody told me it was a Japanese saying, I don't know if it is or not, but if you get on a train and you find after you've gotten on the train that you're on the wrong train, that this isn't the train that's going to take you where you want to go, get off at the next exit. Because the longer you spend on that train, the longer and more expensive, getting off of it is going to be. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. All right, let's take a look at that Two of Wands at the crossroads. What course of action do I take? Which door do I walk through? Which path do I take? The High Priestess and the Six of Cups. I think for some of you, I'm picking up that whatever this situation or relationship or connection is, there's something bigger at work here. It's part of a pattern that you have. It might be a different situation, a different person than in previous ones in your past or in your long ago past, but it's the same cycle kind of repeating here. And you have a sense of knowing about this, and you know exactly what path of action, what choice to make here. It may be that you're trying to tell yourself not to leave the situation or not to give an ultimatum saying this or I'm gone and following through with that because you're afraid, as we all are in making decisions like this. You're afraid maybe there's nothing else out there or no one else out there, or that the consequences or fallout would be catastrophic. They wouldn't be. They would have a beginning, a middle, and an end, no matter how challenging you'd get to the other side of it. But there's this sense here with the High Priestess that you already have a knowing as to what to do. You already have a knowing that there's a pattern here that you need to break. I mean, the Hermit and the High Priestess, both very knowing, wise, based on life experience. cards here, right? About knowing, about kind of going within. The rest of this is just all about that. The Hermit, the Four of Swords. You know, this is about taking a step back, going within, knowing who you are. I mean, the High Priestess and the Hermit especially, you know, this is about knowing which way to go in any situation you find yourself in by knowing yourself. Could I walk through this door? Yes. Knowing who you are, would this make me happy? Would the effort I have put into it pay off? Probably not. Then you know not to go through that, right? But if you never self-examine, you'll end up on all kinds of unfulfilling, discontent kind of paths, right? Or agreeing to things you don't really feel right, but you're just kind of going along with things, right? The Hermit, from a long and probably painful road of life experience, has come to the point where they know who they are and who they're not, what they can say yes to, what's not, what's good for them and what's not. And they make their decisions based on that, no matter what the temptations are, right? And the Hermit is kind of almost in a place of advice here as well. Five of Wands, Five of Swords. Do not get involved. This is circular conflict. Do not get involved in this. If this is about bullying, rumors, gossip, fighting, fighting over the same thing over and over again, somebody being deceitful or backstabbing, this is not getting involved in this, especially with the Four of Swords as advice, which is about taking a step back. No matter whether this is about a personal romantic relationship, a situation at work, within your family, within a community or a social circle of some kind, do not get pulled into this or pulled back into this. There's going to be a temptation to, because of your place with it, your history, but don't do it. This is a time to kind of step back, and here again in the advice of the Four of Swords, and not only take a break from this, not only don't get involved in this, but a time to reevaluate if this thing is something you even want to continue to be a part of. Again, it's a general reading, so it could be whatever the thing is, right? Is this really something that's good for me to continue to get involved in, or to continue to be active with? Yeah. It's about taking a step back to reevaluate and ask yourself, this is about rest, relaxation, letting go of Nine of Swords, Sun, and the Moon. This is about taking a step back and just simply not getting involved in this for the time being. Just offer it up to Spirit, offer it up to God and your guides, and say, you know what, I'm taking a step back because I'm kind of vulnerable to this, and so I'm just going to wall myself off for a little bit and trust that you're going to provide me with the discernment and the clarity I need. But for now, I'm just going to take a step back, and I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to obsess about it. I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to take care of myself and do the things that I need to do. And I'm going to trust that you'll give me the insight when I need to. But above all, do not get involved in this at this time. Do not make any active decisions or take active action about it at this time. Your intuition, your connection with Spirit already knows and will tell you that, but you need to not be involved with it in order to be able to hear that. So it's all about taking a step back. And that is where I'm going to leave it, Pisces. I hope that this has been helpful. These are your messages for the first half of February. I hope it gave you something to chew on, or some insight and clarity on, whatever's going on for you. Again, if this reading or the reading style resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. If you are interested in taking a deeper look at it, reaching out for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free. Email me, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can see that contact information by clicking the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I am pretty diligent about scheduling as well in a timely fashion. So if you're interested, email me. I'd be happy to respond. I will see you all in a week or two for the next set of readings. Until then, stay well, be blessed. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.